The semi-finals of the World Cup is here, so I will be previewing and predicting who I think are the two nations that will be going to the final. This time around, the semi-finals are exciting, and it's crazy because the top 4 FIFA ranking teams are in the finals. I mean the semi-finals. The top 4 are the top 4 in the World Cup. That's what I mean. In a few hours' time, France will be going against Spain. And if you look at their head-to-head, their recent matches against each other, Euro 2024, Lamine Yamal showed the world who he was at 16 years old, bro. 16 years old. Bro, he's younger than me. But most importantly, he showed Adrien Rabiot who he was. They ended up winning that match 2-1, went to the final, beat England and won the Euro 2024. More recently, they also met each other in the Nations League. Yep, the Nations League. Spain was actually up 5-1 in that match, but Turkey came off the bench and changed the game, but not enough because Spain won 5-4. But even though Spain has won the last 2 matches against France, I don't think Spain has a chance. Spain has only conceded 1 goal this whole tournament against Belgium. But that stat is not a representative of how they have been playing. I think they have actually been quite underwhelming. But let's go player by player. First, we have Unai Simon. Of course, before the tournament even started, there was a lot of debate whether he should be starting. He was De La Fuente's guy during the Euro. But objectively speaking, there are 2 better keepers on the bench. David Raya, Premier League winner, and Joan Garcia, one of the most exciting young keepers in the world. And to me, in my opinion, already top 3 best goalkeepers in the world. But of course, we went to Unai Simon, and it seemed to have paid off with the amount of clean sheets that he was getting. But if you watch the game, Spain are not being threatened enough. They have not faced a good enough team offensively to threaten them defensively. And against Belgium, I think defensively, they were not the best. In my opinion, before the Belgium game, I had Kubarsi maybe top 2 best defenders of the tournament. But against Belgium, there were many times where players were able to get past him. There was one part where he had to pull the opponent's pants down just to stop him. And the goal that Charles de Ketelaere scored, it was Kubarsi's fault. Not to take anything from them, I think they've still been a good team. Pedro Porro has been a surprising player in this tournament. I think he's been very good on that right hand side, going up and down. Against Belgium, I thought that Porro wasted a lot of balls. But overall, I think he has been good. Kubarsi, even despite the Belgian game, I think he's still one of the best defenders of this tournament. Laporte, using his experience well, I think he hasn't put the foot wrong. Left back Cucurella, I think, has been the best left back of the tournament. Cucurella, obviously, got the move to Real Madrid. And even though Spain has only conceded a goal, I don't think their defense is their strength. I think their strength lies in their midfield. And you might think the midfield, Pedri, Rodri, of course, is the best, but I think Pedri has been underwhelming this tournament. Pedri against Belgium was dropped for Fabian Ruiz. Of course, Fabian Ruiz managed to get the opening goal against Belgium, but he wasn't that impactful in the match apart from that goal. But when Pedri came on, he kept losing the ball, bro. There was one part where he got the ball, he went past few players, and he just lost the ball. Pedri underwhelming, considering he is, in my opinion, top 2, and in some people top 3 best midfielders in the world. But beside him, Rodri, Ballon d'Or Rodri, he brought it back, bro. After Ballon d'Or, he got an ACL, but he's back, bro. I think he has been the best Spanish player. Every time the opponent tries to attack, he's there to block them. And Rodri, man, slightly in front of them, of course, Daniel Olmo. I'm not a fan of Daniel Olmo for Barca, for Spain. But I can acknowledge one thing though, when he's in the box, he's dangerous, bro. He can do a turn, boom, boom. He can bam, first touch, bam. And he's through on goal, bro. But overall play, not the best player. And I think Spain really miss Fermin. I think the injury really changed De La Fuente's plans. I think Fermin would have fit perfectly in that camp spot. But I think the most disappointing thing about Spain is their attack. It's a slow, bro. It's a slow. You can tell they are missing Nico Williams. Compare these Spain performances to the performances of Euro 2024 with Nico Williams. They are missing that pace. They are missing that directness. Alex Baena, he's good. He's a ball to feet winger. He's good. He's slow, but he's good in crossing. He's good at free kicks. He's good at set pieces. But for a team that has a lot of possession, for a team that dominates matches, he's not the player. You need a player who can make an impact. Your Spain are passing around, triangles everywhere. It goes to your attacker left wing and he can't do anything. It goes to your striker Oyarzabal, who goes missing in big matches. Scores against the smaller teams, braces. People call him R9, bro. Belgium, early on, he was through on goal. Everyone thought he's offside. He wasn't. He shot it wide, bro. But despite that, they are still not the most disappointing players in the Spain team. The most disappointing player of the Spain team is their right wing, Lamine Yamal. Before this tournament, this player was a player to watch for me. The player I was most excited to watch. The player that I told myself, no matter how early their matches are, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., I was gonna watch because of him. And of course, before the World Cup, he was out for the few matches of the season, last few matches of the season because of the injury. And even at the start of this tournament, he was injured, came off the bench a few times, had to come off at half time, which I understood. And when you watch the match, he looked slow, which is understandable due to his injury. But in the knockouts, he told everyone that he's ready, he's fit. The manager also said that, and you can tell that he's fit. Against Belgium, he looked faster, even though the Kuiper Doku was double teaming him as per usual against any teams he's double team. But he managed to get past. He managed to find some dribbles, make some passes through. But the problem is his decision making, bro. There's a lot of times where he dribbled, he could have passed into the box. He didn't. There was times where he could have shoot earlier. He didn't. Took too touch, or like a touch too much. Delayed it a few seconds and get blocked. Maybe the sharpness is not there yet, but in my opinion, if Lamine Yamal continues to play how he has been playing this whole tournament, Spain has no chance, bro. I think if they continue to play like this, Spain has no chance. Because France is lethal. France doesn't care who the opponent is, no matter how solid you are defensively or in your midfield. If you don't take your chances against France, they will punish you. And you might say it's their attack, but if you look at the whole team, France defense, they've only conceded 2 goals in this whole tournament, and both those goals were in the group stage. So that means in the knockout, Sweden, Paraguay, who did they play? Morocco. They haven't even conceded a single goal. Upamecano, Saliba. That's the best duo in world football, bro. even though Upamecano is always like trolled due to his mistakes that he does for Bayern in the Champions League. He's being like overhated, underrated, bro. He has been the best defender in the World Cup. Right back Koundé, of course Koundé not coming off a good season. He has been decent. And left back Lucas Digne. I think if Spain, like I said, Spain needs Yamal to show up because he's against Lucas Digne. Lucas Digne, who is famously known for that moment against Bournemouth where Ryan goes past him and he stands there like nothing. This is a left back where the best of right wings can take advantage of, bro. Lamine Yamal, you're going against Lucas Digne, bro. If you don't show up, well, you're not gonna win. Midfield, Kone, Rabiot, great players. But of course, France, their attack, bro. How do they manage to assemble their attack? Right wing, Ousmane Dembele, Ballon d'Or winner, back-to-back Champions League winner. In the cam spot, Michael Olise. I'm telling you, Michael Olise is the most important player in this France team. And people might say Kylian Mbappe. Of course, Mbappe is the best player in the team, but most important, Michael Olise. Why? If you watch the match, everything goes through Olise. All the chances Olise. Even though he didn't have the best matches against Morocco, he's still the most important. Everything goes through him. Left wing, of course, it has been rotating between Barcola and Doué. If I was the manager, I would play Doué. I think he's, even though he doesn't have the same burst of speed as Barcola, I think he's still more efficient, more technical, and of course, striker. Up front, Mr. World Cup, Kylian Mbappe. What is it? 8 goals, 3 assists, 4 assists, something like that. Bruh. Even though Messi holds the record for most goal, next World Cup is gone, bro. And if Argentina don't make it to the final, Mbappe makes it to the final, he might not even survive this World Cup. In my opinion, France will be the team that goes to the final. And the only way that Spain has a chance is if Lamine Yamal decides to show up. But he hasn't shown me anything that tells me that he will. So until proven otherwise, I'm choosing France to go to the final, where they will meet either England or Argentina. This will be Messi's first ever game against England. But I'm not convinced by these two teams. England against Norway, unconvincing. But I think it's due to Tuchel Liban. I think Madueke was so bad in that first half. Every time he got the ball, he lost the ball. Every time someone tried to play him through, he's offside, even though he's literally looking at the line. My problem was with Tuchel in that match against Norway was bringing on Eze. And Eze is a good player. I love Eze. But he brought off Declan Rice, which I think he was injured, because you can tell that in the first half he wasn't the same. But he decided to replace Declan Rice, double pivot with Elliot Anderson, instead of replacing him with Mainu or even just Reece James, who's played that countless of times for Chelsea. He decided to bring Eze in. And by what that means is he took the best player, Bellingham, who already scored their equalizing goal. He took him, dropping down beside Anderson, and put Eze in the 10. And in the second half, that killed the game. Wave after wave, Norway was attacking. England was unable to string passes. The only time they managed to get the ball off the field was when Bellingham got the ball. He drive, boom, 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 boom. Pass 2, pass 3, pass 4. And get fouled. That was the only way they could go up the field. Then Tuchel, of course, realized that, oh, this is a problem. Bellingham needs to be higher up. Who would have thought? So he decided to bring off Anthony Gordon, put Eze to the left. Put Bellingham back up, then put James. But now the team has no pace. And the thing with Kane, you need pace around him. Kane, he drops deep. He looks for the passes. Like against Bayern, drops deep, Luis Diaz is there. Now there's no pace. One side you got Eze, one side you got Saka. And this is not the same Saka as 3 years ago. So in the second half, Norway kept pushing. They got the goal, which was eventually disallowed due to the push from Haaland on Anderson. But the game changed when Richie went to right back, and I think he just shut down Musa. When he went to extra time, England looked like the better team. And again, the main man, Jude Bellingham, is there to chase down the rebound, to score the goal. Easy. And I think that if England wants to win the World Cup, or even win Argentina, Jude Bellingham is the man. The Pedri and Jude Bellingham debate, I've always had Pedri over Jude Bellingham because Pedri got the elegance. But the clutchness of Bellingham is too good to ignore. But we'll see. At the end of this World Cup, I might re-evaluate that debate. On Argentina's side, I'm not impressed. Against every game, they rely on last-minute heroics, last 10-minute lock-ins. 39-year-old Messi. But it is all down to one man, and that's Lionel Scaloni. His lineups are terrible, bro. This guy uses 4 centre midfields. McAllister. I'm a Liverpool fan, but McAllister, bro, he should be nowhere near this starting 11. This guy loses the ball so easily. He is slow. Enzo Fernandez, De Paul, Paredes. It's the wrong lineups. This team is slow. This team is very slow, very compact. They need wide players that are fast. On the bench, Simeone, Barco, Nico Paz. These are young players who are fast, energetic, yet the manager does not want to bring them on. He sticks to these players that won him the 2022 World Cup, and it's not working. They might be in the semi-finals, but you see every game. Cape Verde, Egypt, and even against Switzerland, not good enough. But they still have Messi. So no matter how much I don't think they have a chance in this game, they still have Messi, which gives them a chance. But I'm saying England goes through. England has Jude Bellingham, clutch players. He has players who are willing to run, they have the passion. Argentina might have the passion, but they are slow. They are weak. They are really weak. In midfield especially. I think England goes to the final where they will meet France. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe, and ciao. See you after the game.